Hello everyone, how's it going? You guys doing good too? I'm doing good too. Let's get today's video session. Here we go. Oh, oh. Oh, yeah! Donkey Kong returns on Nintendo Wii. Welcome back. So how you guys doing today? Welcome to my video session. Today's video session is really interesting, man. The thing is, these companies don't stop copying one another. What's the flipping problem, man? Why are they doing these stupid things? My main concept is coming from Nintendo. Oh man. How many times are people gonna copy his ideas? Let's get something straight here. When Nintendo released the Nintendo DS, yeah, the one with stylus and the dual screen, it was an original concept from Nintendo. Now, if we look at our system clearly, if you look at the gaming controls, it's built in within the system on the bottom screen. It looks pretty good and it's amazing. It's one of the best ideas you could ever have. Now, the way the Nintendo DS was made, where did the idea actually come from? Is the idea really original? Like, it's got dual screens on there, and then it's got gaming controls at the bottom. It's come from the Nintendo Game & Watch systems. Do you remember them? Yeah, Game & Watch systems. Like black and white screens, wasn't it? There was one called Super Mario Bros. And do you remember the one, I don't know if you ever seen it, there's a maroon colored one called Safe Poster. That was dual screen. The ideas come from there. Obviously, they were made by Nintendo as well. The whole system started from an LCD display. And then it was demonstrated to the Nintendo DS. Alright? Nintendo DS, which Nintendo DS we're talking about here? The original thick one. I think it was the best design in my opinion. A lot of people just prefer slim and thin versions of the system. But look at the design. The design wasn't good as the original one, man. I don't know, because like it looked amazing design on the original Nintendo DS. And the same idea followed to the Nintendo 3DS. Dual screen again? Nintendo just didn't want to go away from the dual screens. Stylus dual screen is back. Now with a 3D slider for real 3D graphics. And then the gaming controls are at the bottom. Again. So we're talking about screens and gaming controls. So Nintendo DS and Nintendo 3DS both look the same in terms of dual screen and game controls at the bottom screen. Okay, let's go further. Now we know Nintendo DS idea comes from Nintendo Game and Watch systems, which was also made by Nintendo. If we look at Nintendo Switch is not really a handheld. You know, if we take it out of the box, it's a tablet. Yeah, we all know that. Nothing important there. It's good to know the people who don't know what Nintendo Switch is. Nintendo Switch is a tablet. Around about 6.2 screen size tablet, horizontally. But how does it turn into a handheld then, if it's a tablet? I was amazed when I heard the information first time when they got Nintendo Switch as a tablet. I go, what? It's a tablet? I go, I don't want another Android tablet to in my house. Whoever bought one, on there they used sliding mechanism. They were sliding these game controllers called the G-Cons. When you slide them and you attach them, you get game controls on your Nintendo Switch. That's how it turns into a handheld games console. That's how it was. It was a tablet, then you had sliding mechanism of game controllers. You got game controls on there. That's how it was done. But we want to know, is this idea really original? No, it's not. Nintendo copied the, first of all, two ideas. Tablet and gaming controllers. This was originally demonstrated in tablets. They were called gaming tablets. Okay. Things like WikiPad 7 and stuff like that. But WikiPad 7 looks different. There were other ones, same like Nintendo Switch, where you got the screen and you got the controls on the side. Yeah, there were stuff like that as well. There was one like that, but I can't remember because that system was dead long time ago. It's out of date. Didn't work out. None of them worked out. They all flopped. Big flops. This is amazing. Originally, gaming tablets under Android all flopped. Even the things like GXD 7800 or 7800B, but their controls were built in. Really big, massive thing, man. Gigantic. Who's going to buy that? It's too big. And the funny thing is that they use the same idea, the tablet and the game controllers on there. But it flopped. But when it comes to Nintendo, it succeeds. Oh boy. Oh boy. Now the point about this is, when we look at the gaming tablets, they are Android tablets, aren't they? But the Nintendo Switch is not an Android tablet. Can you see what's going on? He used a very nice slim design tablet and very amazing looking controllers, the gaming controllers. They were very nice and small. On top of that, we know it's not Android. He was playing proper games, console games on there. He had proper games console. Gaming on there. There were normal games on there. These games were similar to Nintendo Wii and Nintendo Wii U. They were similar to that. If we look at it, I would say it's following up from Nintendo Wii U. Alright? Because Nintendo Wii U gave a bad name to Nintendo. Didn't do so well. But then he thought of this idea. Nintendo didn't know this thing would have worked out. He just gave it a go. Because Nintendo Wii U was such a system to wipe off Nintendo off the market, to get rid of him, the company. But with Nintendo Switch, everything was placed in right. Because with Nintendo Wii U, you really couldn't take the gamepad outside. The games wouldn't work on it. But this thing literally was a handheld games console in the hand. And then top of that, he gave us two other modes, tabletop and TV in there. This thing was crazy. We know Nintendo makes one of the best games, and that was also in the Nintendo Switch, and it succeeded. Now you know the concepts on Nintendo Switch, what was going on, and it was very successful indeed. Right, there's two systems that really pisses me off big time. Is this people keep on buying their devices. They're under Windows 10. Windows 10 64-bit. Why do people buy that kind of rubbish? Originally, we got GPD taking part where PC gaming market was blank. But what was this daft company kept on doing? There is GPD Win, GPD Win 2, GPD Pocket. They're all the flipping same. Okay? With different hardware. Why was the screen attached to the keyboard? If GPD 1 and 2 was like that, why was GPD Pocket like that? Some articles were saying it's still the same. It would have been better if the screen came off. I totally agree with that. If the screen comes off, you got yourself a proper handheld games console. But no! What the heck? The screen at the top, the keyboard at the bottom. It doesn't stop there. It carried on. You know what they released after that? Which I think is released this year. GPD Win Max. One of the most disaster looking system in my opinion. The screen's fine, pretty high quality. That's the best part of the system, man. I can't believe it that people bought this kind of crap. You got the screen at the top, which looks good quality. Okay, they put some good hardware. Come on, man. Just having a screen and putting a good hardware doesn't matter. The system's got made properly. The problem with the system was you got the screen and below that you got gaming controls. And the touchpad was right to the hinge. Yeah, right to the top. It was absolutely crap the way it was done. Then you got this daft keyboard at the bottom, right? Some of the keys, the first two lines lettering, was small. And the way originally the keys are on a laptop, they weren't there. Come on, man. What kind of keyboard is that? Touchpad is touching the hinge too high. The keyboard is a mess up. Again, you can't take the screen off. It's got the screen, gaming controls, and keyboard again. Why do they make systems like that? It's really disappointing. They kept on doing that. GPD Win, GPD Win 2, GPD Max. That's enough, man. They kept on doing it. They just didn't want to stop doing that rubbish. The keyboard should be a separate. It should not be attached to the screen, man. This is really dumb. Really dumb. Now it gets even worse. You go, what the heck are you on about? Yeah, they are releasing the latest system. I just saw it on YouTube. I looked at it and go, what the heck is this? GPD Win 3. Now they're wowing us with flipping. It can play high-end settings. Oh, really? Copying someone's ideas and you're telling us that it's a good system. You know what they've done in GPD Win 3? It's even worse. I'm very disappointed with this company. Originally, GPD 1 and 2 were laptops. They were laptop PCs. You know what they've done in this one? They've flipping removed the keyboard. Yes, the keyboard's gone. What is going on, man? You know what they did? So what does it look like? It looks completely stupid. I'm saying it's stupid because it's a copycat of the Nintendo Switch. Basically, it's got a tablet in the middle, you can tell, and controllers at the side. Nintendo Switch copy. Copy. You stupid, stupid company. You're meant to make a system into a laptop with a screen, keyboard, and you're supposed to be removing the screen and putting the controls on there. Now you literally ignored, you took out the keyboard and you just put the controls on the side. Really stupid, these companies. One thing, GPD Win 3 should not be demonstrated with the screen and controllers. It should be demonstrated as a full laptop. The GPD Win 3 should have been showed up like that. And then they should have showed the concept where you can take off the screen and then you can put some controllers on it. Did they do that? No. Instead, they're going to give you this screen, put some controllers, and they get rid of the flipping keyboard. This company is really silly, I would say. They never got anything right, did they? Originally. They keep on impressing people with this Windows 10 gaming, man. Wow, that's a good idea. But you can't get rid of the whole concept of laptop PC. And now I'm going to tell you another company. One Netbook. They are releasing one GX1. Two versions of this daft system. What did this stupid company do? The reason this new machine, right, it's got a screen at the top, keyboard at the bottom. It's a 7-inch laptop. Okay, cool. Nice. 7-inch laptop. So what's going on here? In this system as well, again, it's nothing special. The screen doesn't come off of this as well. No, it doesn't come off. Instead, it gives you this uncomfortable playability scheme. I think it's really silly. I don't know how you guys look at it. I find this completely dumb. If anybody, people, fancies these daft companies, daft systems from GPD and One Netbook, keep away from them because they're rubbish. I'm telling you. With the one GX1, this gaming device, gaming laptop, whatever you call it, what they did You know the bottom part where is the keyboard? There's use a slide mechanism for the game controllers. Oh my gosh. I can't take this anymore. Seriously, this is just worse. You got a screen at the top, keyboard at the bottom, and you got game controls at the side. How's that comfortable? Tell me, what is this? We've got handhelds from the past. Don't they know what handhelds actually look like? How many times are they going to keep on making wrong systems? When you make Windows 10 laptop PCs, you keep the concept of your keyboard there. You don't remove it. Now in GPD Win 3, they removed the keyboard. One GX1 gaming PC. You know what they did? They've got the keyboard, they put the controls aside. They're both copying Nintendo Switch ideas. They both look a lot worse than Nintendo Switch. Oh man. I seriously wouldn't buy any of them. I don't like the looks of them. They look just silly. I always talk about this one, which is not really for aimed for gaming, but really it does play really good games. Trust me on that. I still got a desktop PC with i3 core, 4 GB RAM, Intel HD 4400. I got a desktop of that. Now the Fujitsu Stylistics Q704 Windows 10 tablet. This is not a normal tablet. It's not. If you watch some videos on YouTube or just watch the videos I've made on this device, please do watch my videos. This thing has a high performance of laptops and desktop PCs. The one I'm aiming at is Intel i5 core, 4 GB RAM, Intel HD 4400. It's a really good spec and it's a very high performance device. Trust me on that. It's good for a handheld, tabletop, monitor and TV. It's really good. This thing is. Literally, this device is a 1080p HD on screen. It's also been said by the manufacturer you can watch 4K videos on screen and television. It will do that. Alright? It will actually do that. You can set it to 4K. You can still watch 4K videos on this thing. It's a really impressive device. Now the thing about this device is it's a Windows 10 tablet. A tablet, man. It's a very powerful one indeed. So basically you've got a tablet, first of all, where you can use a ipega 90203. It'll turn into a handheld gaming device. And with a tabletop, you could use a game controller in front of you, like on the table, on the desks, and on the monitor and television. You could use a game controller as well. And you could use it like a games console. This thing is amazing. Now the good thing about this device is that it's just a screen. They made another accessory which is a keyboard. So you got the keyboard at the bottom and you just put the tablet on the top and it fits into it. You got two different worlds in the system. This is the only system. It's just the best. It's the greatest thing for Windows 10 PC, man. You can't beat this thing. It's made by Fujitsu, man. You can't go wrong with it. Fujitsu is one of the best companies in the world, in my opinion. For definitely as a manufacturer and for PCs. They're doing really well as a computer leader. Computer leaders. Okay. It's the leaders of computers, by the way. This thing can be used like a tablet mode or by attaching a keyboard, it turns it into a laptop PC. Now that's what you're talking, isn't it? That's what you want. Okay, it's a little bit big. It doesn't matter. Even you got them low machines that GPD One GX1's making. They're not made right anyway. I don't know how you look at the concept. I don't think they're worth buying. Copying Nintendo Switch ideas. I want to say it's a wise idea. Fujitsu didn't copy any of his ideas because he's not focused for that. But the thing with PCs, right? PCs give you everything. You get to do anything with them. From web browsing, emails, edit documents, work, desktop games, game streaming, GeForce Now, and PC emulation. It does a lot, man. It's a flipping a powerhouse. You could connect a printer, which is a copier, scan, and printing. 3-in-1 printer. You could buy something like that. These devices are incredible. You know, this Fujitsu device is pretty powerful. It doesn't disappoint you. You will get to play some of the most modern PC games on it. No joke. I tried what the Intel HD 4400 can do. The higher the core, the higher the performance you're going to get out of the system. Because having a higher CPU is always a better thing. Because it gives you much faster speeds. I played games like Yakuza 0, Yakuza Kiwami, Yakuza Kiwami 2, Shenmue 3, Street Fighter 5 Champion Edition, Guilty Gear Suka, which is the old one by the way, Rally Sport Challenge, telling you different kind of games. War is Orochi, and so on. The Intel HD 4400 still has the power to play your gaming. No joke. Today's date. Look how old that damn integrated GPU is. It still does what you expect from it. It's a pretty advanced GPU, I'll say. I mean, using Intel i5, i7, and using more RAM, it helps this GPU really big time. It does. Some games do have compatibility issues, but overall, a lot of games that I try do work. The games I really want to apply, they're all actually working. So, GPD One GX1 copied all the items from Nintendo Switch. Nintendo Switch is the original system on the market. These other two systems are copying their ideas. And Fujitsu Stylistics Q704 Windows 10 tablet is one of the best devices, which is from a tablet, gets converted into a laptop PC using a keyboard. Incredible. One of the finest devices you can own for your money. I would recommend Nintendo Switch and Fujitsu Stylistics. Now the thing with both of the Nintendo Switch and Fujitsu Stylistic. Obviously, Fujitsu Stylistic is a Windows 10 device. It's gonna be far better than Nintendo Switch because it's a PC. Okay, and Nintendo Switch isn't. You want him to get to do everything with that thing anyway. The majority of games that you can play on PC is big. It's a big database. But Nintendo Switch really can't touch anyway. Because one of the largest databases is Steam. And using Fujitsu Stylistic Q704 Windows 10 tablet, you're able to use all that stuff on there. Which is really, really massive compared to Nintendo Switch. I would recommend Nintendo Switch for people who like games consoles. If you're looking for a definite gaming PC, then get the Fujitsu Stylistic Q704 Windows 10 tablet. There's your two choices. I hope this has been quite informative to you today, and it's given you a lot of knowledge what two systems you should be owning, rather than going for these companies like GPD and one notebook who's making a fool out of you, copying Nintendo's ideas. I hate companies who do stuff like that. They're not original, man. They should not be doing that. They should show their own ideas, but they're not. They're ripping off other people's ideas, man. I really hate companies like that. So I hope you guys enjoyed my video today. Give your likes, comment, subscribe. Thanks for watching. Bye from now.